What will you describe as the key attraction of studying at University of Windsor? Okay, just to persuade me in one sentence why I should come to University of Windsor.
So everything that I covered in the presentation, like you said, I can go back to slide 1 and start all over again. But honestly, good quality education, less distraction, small university, cheaper cost of living, everything that you're looking for. It has the small town feel, very large presence on the Canadian map. So busiest border crossing translates into opportunities for students while they're students, as well as postgraduate opportunities. So start your education here. It lets you go anywhere with that education.
Great. So are the scholarship available for, especially for students from Malaysia, Southeast Asia, and Africa? I remember you mentioned about the entry scholarship. Apart from the entry scholarship, are there any specific ones?
At this point, we don't offer country-based scholarships. There may be scholarships that the government of Canada is offering, for students to come to study in Canada, and information about those government scholarships, and those are country-specific. And we will honor all the scholarships that are offered through the EduCanada brand, which is the Canadian Consulate education portal. So, my recommendation is always look on the EduCanada website for your country specifically and see what is available. Some of them are research-based programs only. Some of them are available for the undergraduate program. A lot of them are available for students based on their GPA. As a university, we treat all students irrespective of where they're coming from. And that is why our parameters are the same, whether it is a domestic student or international student. So look at my recommendation would be look at the EduCanada brand scholarships and facilitated by the Canadian government. And we as an institution, as a public institution, public university, will honor all the scholarships that the Canadian government is promoting.
Okay. So do you have any specific inclusion policies with respect to admission? Any special opportunities for persons with disability?
Absolutely. Excellent question. And I should have covered that as part of my presentation. We have a separate office for student accessibility services. And, so again, we will treat all students equal in terms of their admission requirements. But once you're coming in as a student and you're looking for accessibility or special considerations regarding your specific situation, we do recommend that you connect one-on-one with the student accessibility services office, and they work with you, and it is a completely private and confidential facility. They work with your physicians, your doctors. You would be required to submit documentation regarding your disability status or your accessibility issues, and they work with your instructors in your classes. So for example, if there's a student who is looking for additional time while writing exams, or you need special technology on your laptop, they will work with IT services for you. So all those facilities, irrespective of what your needs and requirements are, can be addressed through the student accessibility services.
Thank you. So the permission to work off campus, does it come with the visa, or for the international students, or they have to come register first before they apply for that separately?
So the process is you submit the application for your admission. So pick your academic program, submit the online application. Once an admission decision is made and you have an offer of admission in hand, you will use that offer of admission to apply for your student visa in your country. Now, even though it may be a conditional offer letter, that offer letter has everything that you need to apply for a student visa. So using that, the Canadian Consulate, the IRCC, will be able to issue a student visa. Once you arrive at the port of entry, you will be issued a study permit document. Now, that study permit document will identify your work permit, your ability to work on or off campus. Across the board, 80%, 90% of the time, it is automatically in there. You do not have to do anything about it. In some instances, if your visa officer, at the border, they forgot to include that, then, you're not able to start as soon as you come in. You will be able to work with our ICIC RCIC consultant on campus, and you are able to apply for work permit allocation to be added onto your study permit. And that's a fairly simple process as well. But most times it is included in the study permit that is issued to you at the point of entry.
Okay. So you didn't mention anything about the tuition.
So the tuition is available. We're all public universities in Canada. So if you're looking at tuition amounts, they are fairly comparable. Some universities will charge premium based on where they are. But as public universities, our tuition is comparable to other Canadian universities. It is available on the website. At the undergraduate level, you're looking at about 14,000, 15,000 per semester. At the master's level, you're looking at about anything between $5,000 to $10,000 per term.
Okay, thank you. And okay, I think you mentioned something about cost of living being low.
If you're living off campus, it could be as low as $400, $500 per month in a shared accommodation. So if you're like 4 or 5 students are sharing one apartment, it could be as low. In residence, approximately $1,000 per month. But a residence will include your internet, your cleaning facilities, all of that is included. There are additional costs for meal plans.
How about feeding? Anything like maybe the average cost for feeding?
I believe it is, you know what, I don't want to misinform you. I don't have the number right across.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but there's multiple meal plans, and that's one of the reasons is like depending on what kind of a meal plan we will offer halal options, we offer vegetarian options. So we will work with you. Our food plan services, our food services office will work with the students. They have a standard plan as well, but there's one for light eaters. There's one for students that are looking for big solid meals. So the more money you pay, you can pick a meal plan of your choice. There is meal plan options which are accepted on other facilities, just around campus as well. So we do have external restaurants on campus that will accept your meal plan card also. So once you pay for it, you can use any of those restaurants. There's other facilities close to campus as well. So if you don't want to go to a dorm, residence, meal facility, you can walk to any of these facilities which will also accept meal plans. So the details are available on the website.
On this still, so if a student stays on campus, they can't cook their meals. They have to settle for meal plans, right?
Yes, a meal plan is required. There is you don't have access to a full kitchen. There may be shared kitchens in some places. But as part of residence, you are required to hold a meal plan also.
Oh.
And again, it's the health and safety issues, the cleanliness issues, all those factors come in, So just to be fair to all the students, there are restrictions in place, but there is small kitchenette facilities available. There's microwaves available on every floor, shared by a smaller group of students. There's sinks, there's stoves available at these facilities as well. I hear of students trying to bake, so if at the end of the day you feel like baking a cake, you do have options to do that as well.
That's okay. So, do you offer foundation programs? There are some of the programs from this part of the country, the SPM and IGCSE. Are they acceptable?
So at the academic level, we do not offer foundation programs. The only pathway programs that we have is the English Language Improvement Program. The SAT, APs, and GRE. So we do offer AP transfer credits. So you will get credit for the AP courses completed as part of your high school. SAT is not a requirement because SAT is more of a United States-based exam. So our students, our Canadian students, domestic students do not write the SATs as part of their high school requirements. So just to be consistent, we do not need SAT scores. If you have SAT scores and they are favorable, we absolutely recommend that you include that as part of your application process, and those will be considered. So all applications are considered holistically, whether it is with your SAT. For AP, you will receive credits. I believe a maximum of 10 credit for AP courses is acceptable. GRE, like I mentioned in the presentation, is required only for Masters of Psychology program.
And then for SPM and IGCSE, there is no opportunity for them except they go for A levels, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Next question. Okay, so I have a few questions that were sent in here. You mentioned about the research master's program that the students have to have a supervisor as part of the application. Now, a lot of times what we usually experience is students try to contact the supervisors and they don't get any feedback. So what do you advise in this kind of situation?
I hear that a lot, and unfortunately, what the faculty members tell us is that they receive requests from almost 10 students every single day. So it's hard for them to respond to each of them individually. Just do the best that you can in terms of your research proposal. So put in a detailed proposal, put in everything that you are looking for as part of that degree, and reach out to at least 5 supervisors in that field of study. A list of our faculty members is available on the website under each department. If you click on the faculty member's name, you'll be able to see the research that they're conducting, their specialization. You'll be able to follow them, through social media. You'll be able to read the papers that they have published. So reach out to at least 5. We do understand that it is a difficult process. Some faculties are making it easier that, you submit a detailed research proposal and they will try and find the best match for you. But I do accept that it is a difficult process, but unfortunately, that is a very personal kind of interaction based on the student-specific needs about research and what the faculty member is looking for or is able to supervise. There is a limit to how many students they can supervise. So if they're maxed out on that limit, they may not be able to do that. And as you know, research could take a longer period. So once they take on a student, that student is with them, possibly at the PhD level also. So they may have one student for over 5-6 years at a time. So it is a difficult process, but do the best that you can as far as the research proposal is concerned, because that is what is going to make you stand out over other applicants.
And then you mentioned about 14 to 20 weeks for graduate application to be processed. I'm like, why does it have to take that long?
Because it goes
like
to
5
multiple
months.
departments. So once we receive, when for those of you that are familiar, if your application says that it is in process, that is literally in process. It goes to, so you're submitting an application, the registrar's office is reviewing it. Then it goes to the Faculty of Graduate Studies, which is our separate faculty that deals only with graduate programming. It's highly accredited programs. So as part of our quality assurance program, we will evaluate each application in that office also. So registrars, Faculty of Graduate Studies. It goes to the faculty and academic unit. So your instructors, your faculty department heads, they approve your admission at the graduate level. And then it comes back the same route. It comes to Faculty of Graduate Studies, it comes to graduate admissions, and then the registrar's office issues an offer letter. So I do understand it takes a long time. I worked with graduate admissions for a long time. Unfortunately, there is no way for us to expedite that. All applications, once they're completed, are addressed on a first come, first serve basis. Start the process early enough. That's my only recommendation.
Okay, thank you. And then are there any transfer opportunities? Students who are already studying somewhere else and maybe they want to transfer their programs? And
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you. Absolutely, there is an opportunity to transfer credits. If you search on the website, just the term transfer credits, we have a wing of the registrar's office that deals with transfer credits. We already have transfer credit equivalency available. So major universities and the courses that are acceptable that we've already worked with, you can see whether your university is part of those or your courses are part of those. If not, the application process has to come first. So once you're admitted into the program, it's only after that that your transfer credits will be evaluated. Most times the transfer credits are included in your offer letter. So if you've completed 2 years at another university and all those credits are directly transferable, you will be admitted into the 3rd year of the program. Now, again, It is a case-by-case evaluation, individual evaluation. So you must be admissible to the program first before your transfer credits are evaluated.
Okay, thank you. And the last question from what I have here is about postdoc opportunities. We have a number of graduate students, who already finished their PhD, who are asking, are there opportunities for postdoc? Can you please address that?
So again, yes, you can work with our faculties and see opportunities available. There are employment opportunities available also. That diversity that I talked about, 23% of our student strength is international, but you also see that diversity in our faculty members also. So, irrespective of which field of study or which program, you will see faculty members coming in from different parts of the world. So as employment opportunities, there is opportunity for postdoc students. If they're looking to advance their research, there is ability to do that as well.
That's okay. So